When I think of beer, I'm certain that a good time is to be had. But I also think about how uncertain I am about the water security required to make it. 90 to 95% of beer is water, and many brands pay homage to the headwaters that supply this water by including the Rocky Mountains on their cans. Let's take a moment to think about the essentials required for this beverage. 68,000 acres of barley was on land that was irrigated in Alberta in 2017. With climate change, the delivery and availability of this water is becoming increasingly unpredictable, which can disrupt the systems currently in place that supply us with clean drinking water, food, and the most important food group, beer. In order to understand what strategies might be used to adapt to these changes in water regime, I looked to the past. More specifically, I took advantage of the 30 years of data the St. Mary River Irrigation District has accumulated. This data includes the amount of water used by irrigators and the storage amounts of the main reservoirs. Looking at how current irrigation systems operate during years of extreme weather conditions, such as drought, can provide some insight into what is required to manage these scenarios as they become more common due to climate change. For each reservoir, I made a water balance to help track all the inputs and outputs of water, and I then compared my calculated values to the recorded storage volumes. This allowed me to see where we have unexpected gains and losses. I can then account for these values when manipulating the rate at which water is transported through the system to simulate different scenarios. For example, I looked at the advantages and disadvantages of increasing reservoir volume. This might provide more short-term water security and even increase the amount of water available in drought years. But can the headwaters supply the necessary water to fill the expanded reservoirs each year? Additionally, we need to take into account water savings that are already being made as operations become more efficient, such as the decrease in water loss through evaporation that is associated with replacing irrigation canals with pipelines. These are all things that must be considered when looking at how climate change may alter the delivery of water. We must start evaluating changes that may be required to these systems as extreme weather conditions become more frequent to ensure water is available for all our needs, including beer. Adaptive strategies need to be implemented as soon as possible if we want to protect our water security and way of living. These strategies must include sustainable water use at all levels, from improved water delivery to smarter farming practices. There's even a brewery in Calgary who has used purified wastewater for a limited edition ale. If we start making changes to how we consume our water now, we can ensure there's more than enough beer to go around in the years to come.